In the beginning, there was only the vast, empty abyss known as chaos. The word chaos has a completely different meaning in Hesiod's Theogony than we use it in modern English. We define chaos as a state of disorder. Chaos is unpredictable as it appears random, but to attribute these traits onto the Greeks' use of the word chaos is not exactly an accurate translation. The Greek word for chaos is associated with emptiness, void, a chasm, things of those nature. Whenever chaos appears in Greek mythology, it represents nothing. Therefore, there was simply an empty and shapeless void of nothingness at the beginning of creation. Chaos is more than just an ordinary god. It is a primordial god, and the first one to be exact. Primordial gods are the gods that first existed before everything else. They play an integral role in the universe, greater than even the gods that would come after them. They are fundamental concepts of reality itself. From chaos, 3 primordial gods emerged. These gods did not have physical, humanoid forms like gods that would come later. Instead, they are physical constructs or concepts in which all of existence is subject to. It's important to note that although these 3 emerged from chaos, it doesn't mean that they were born from chaos, as it's more accurate to say that they simply brought themselves into existence. First came Gaia. Gaia is the earth itself, and is also known as Mother Nature, representing the nurturing and life-giving aspects of nature, fertility, and growth. As the mother of all, Gaia sustains and nurtures all forms of life, providing the resources necessary for survival. Gaia is the foundation, the maternal bedrock upon which the entire pantheon of gods and generations of life would eventually rise. She was creation made manifest. Every life form can trace their origin back to Gaia, as she is the mother of all that walks, grows, and breathes. Without Gaia, life cannot exist. Next emerged Tartarus. Tartarus lurks far beneath Gaia. He resides in the underworld, but Tartarus is not the underworld itself. He is the deepest and darkest part of the underworld. The best way to encapsulate who and what Tartarus is by dividing the underworld into 3 portions. Elysium is a paradise where great heroes and virtuous souls go. Fields of Asphodel is where the ordinary go. It's the place where most souls go, and it's described as a neutral existence. Nothing pleasurable happens there, but nor does anything terrible. Tartarus is the closest thing there is to an Abrahamic hell. You have to have been a truly wicked individual to end up here, or you must have done something to really anger the gods to the point to where they banish you to Tartarus. Last came Eros. Not to be confused with the later god of romantic desire, the primordial Eros is the essence of love and desire itself, the generative power of attraction. Eros was the catalyst for procreation, binding beings together and allowing for creation to multiply. He is the driving force which leads all life to facilitate reproduction. Without Eros, no union between gods or mortals would be possible. After Gaia, Tartarus, and Eros emerged of their own accord, chaos mysteriously birthed 2 more primordial gods. These primordial gods are Erebus, darkness itself, and his sister Nyx, the night sky. Nyx and Erebus would be the first 2 beings to mate and reproduce offsprings, and from their union, they gave birth to 2 more primordial gods, which are the polar opposite of their parents. Their son, Ether, became the bright upper air, while their daughter, Hemera, became the day. Nyx would then go on to produce more offspring without the need of a male companion. Her fatherless children are not primordial gods, as they're more personifications, gods, or goddesses of concepts which are primarily negative in nature, so I'll briefly name them off. Her spawns include Moros, the personification of doom, Charis, spirits of violent death, Thanatos, god of peaceful death, Hypnos, the god of sleep, Oniroi, personifications of dreams, Momus, the personification of mockery, Oasis, the goddess of misery, Hesperides, nymphs of the evening and guardians of the golden apples, the Fates, goddesses of destiny, Nemesis, goddess of retribution and revenge, Apati, goddess of trickery and fraud, Philates, goddess of affection, friendship, and intercourse, Geras, god of old age, and Eris, goddess of strife and discord. But Nyx is not the only primordial god capable of self-reproduction. Gaia too produced offspring of her own without the assistance of a male. Uranus is the sky that blankets Gaia from above. He becomes Gaia's husband and the first ruler. But although Uranus and Ether sound like similar primordial sky gods, they're not exactly the same. The ancient Greeks believed the Earth was a flat disk with two distinct hemispheres, a pit below and a dome above. Uranus is that dome, the physical sky itself, arching over the Earth with a solid barrier. He represents the outermost shell of the world as it was understood by the ancient Greeks. Ether, on the other hand, is not the sky as a structure, but the upper air, the pure divine atmosphere that the gods breathe. To help make sense of this, it's important to understand that ancient Greeks divided air into three parts. The lowest air resides within Erebus, the thick, dark air of the underworld. Above that is chaos, the middle air, the one humans live and breathe. It's the space that separates the humans' domain from the gods' domain. And above that is ether, the bright and divine air for the gods. Alongside Uranus came his two brothers, Aurea, the mountains which tower from Gaia, and Pontus, the sea itself where all aquatic life forms reside. Together, these primordial beings become the foundation for the universe. Erebus, Nyx, Ether, and Hemera bring darkness, night, light, and the day. Eros is the force which brings everything together, while Tartarus is the deepest part of the underworld. Gaia and her three sons shape the planet as we know it today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.